Hello and welcome back to Haymanager with me, Alex, and today I'm just going to do a quick update on my fantasy Premier League side. So, we'll get kicked straight into it, and it's not been a great week for me, I've got to admit. A few differentials that I tried here or there, we're now sitting near enough halfway. We're sitting split right bang in the middle in overall rank, in total compared to the total players. 65 points. It's a very average week, a really average week. We saw Arsenal obviously lose. That was disappointing. Shaw obviously conceded but didn't contribute as much as I thought he might have. Cresswell getting a goal despite the fact that he conceded 2, so that helped a lot. Cresswell's a great choice. Alexander-Arnold getting a clean sheet, so he did very well against Norwich. Then Bruno Fernandes, 20 points. Vice-captain. Benrahma 12 points, Buendia 2, Mane 6. He was the captain. I thought Mane might be able to do something, but with Robertson being injured, it was very much dominated on the right-hand side for Liverpool. So, and then, Adam Armstrong up front, obviously, the man that I favour so much. He managed to get a goal against Everton before they obviously scored 3. Then Ivan Toney, not really doing much. He contributed a lot in the game, but in terms of points, not doing great. So, a few changes I've made already, despite the fact of what's going on. So I've already swapped out, I believe it was, let me just double check now, I believe I swapped out someone for Tanganga. Who did I take out of my side? It might have been, I can't remember. Hold on, let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. Transfer history. Boop, there it is. We took Tierney out for Tanganga because Tierney, he's just not having... It looks like Arsenal are going to have a rough ride this season. Probably put an Arsenal player back in when we hit this sort of run of games here. But even then, I think Arsenal might struggle a little bit. And I've took Areola out because it looks like he's going to be the European goalkeeper, not the Premier League goalkeeper for West Ham. And I've put in Raya because I quite like Raya. He had a very, very solid game against Arsenal. A lot of saves, great clean sheet. And I think overall, just a good buy. So, they're my transfers I've made this week so far. In terms of players that are... I'm just going to go through a few players that you can probably put into your sides. Goalkeeper-wise, you're looking at putting Raya into your side, definitely. Gita is definitely someone you should probably take out of your sides. De Gea, maybe someone you should put in because it was a lapse of concentration that made Manchester United concede their goal, but I think it was just because it was such a stunning strike that they conceded. Then you look at maybe Sa. I quite like the way look at Wolves. You'd probably be putting him in, not for this game week at all actually. Raya definitely be putting in. Martinez, you've got to think about whether or not Newcastle and Brentford could turn up away from home at Aston Villa. I think Martinez would probably be a good buy for this week. Then defenders-wise, you're looking at perhaps putting in, well, if you look at the results fixtures here, Liverpool players, any Liverpool sent, well, Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk, or even Tsimikas. Other than that, maybe a City defenders because they have quite a nice little run. Mendy had a decent game, but yeah, not a nice little run, but a nice-ish one, I guess. Other than that, I can't really say that you should put anyone else in from the defenders' side. Maybe a Brentford player because Crystal Palace didn't look very threatening going forward, but we'll have to see what comes of that. Midfielders-wise, I rate put Greenwood in. Greenwood's playing striker at the moment, and he's going to get mass amounts of goals. Sarr is a nice little pickup, but I think he'll be in for game week 4 because Watford has surprised people. I think Aston Villa had a poor display, but Watford are going to surprise people. Kanyos looks like a handy little left winger. Fernandes the obvious, and then other than that, maybe getting an Everton player. It's risky business getting an Everton player at this point in time because they don't look very creative in the midfield whatsoever. But if you want to take a chance on it, I'd get them in. And maybe Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey had a very good game and he came on, but they do have these clumps of games where you can't see them really gaining many points, Aston Villa. It's going to be a struggle for them, but we'll have to see what they can do overall. Get some Manchester City midfielders in there as well. Maybe Jack Grealish. He looked a little bit. He just looked nervous in his first game of the season. Let's put it that way. And then obviously up front, Antonio. Get him in your side ASAP. He's going to be their main striker. Richarlison, another one that you can probably fancy putting into your sides because he's going to score loads of goals throughout the season. Adam Armstrong, someone I really recommend as well. Then other than that, probably Ivan Toney, and I think that's about it. Maybe, in fact, tell you what, Wolves players. Haymanager coming in game week 4 for definite, so keep an eye out for that. Right then, so in terms of my team for the next game week, I'm going with I've got to stay with the differential and the not hipster route, but the different route. It's got to be unique, because you need to try and counter where people are going to lose points. Leeds have their first game of the season at home, so obviously they're going to have that boost of the fans. The Leeds fans are incredulous. So I mean, Harrison, he's gone straight into the side. Let's put it that way. Southampton away from home. Southampton going at home. I think it'll be a shaky one for United, but looking how strong United looks and looking how distant, I guess you could say, Southampton looks, I think Fernandes will do the job again. Burnley, first game of the season at home for Liverpool against Burnley. This has to be an absolute domineering result. Otherwise, something's gone horribly wrong. Mane is my vice, but I've got Alexander-Arnold captain because I don't believe Robertson's back, so he will be playing at right back, Alexander-Arnold. Shaw's in there, and then Cresswell in there as well. Leicester looking pretty strong, but West Ham looking equally as strong, to be fair. I think that'll be a very exciting game to watch, to be honest. De Gea in net for me as well. Buendia, hopefully Aston Villa at home, as my camera's just gone off. Hopefully Aston Villa at home can pick up some points. Crystal Palace, Ivan Toney plays Crystal Palace, should I say. Hopefully some points in there. Watkins, he's playing Newcastle, but on the bench I've got Armstrong, just in case I need to swap a player out. And that's just about it. So, hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, sorry about the camera going out, but I think I'll leave a very nice, entertaining freeze frame for you in my spot. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, please leave a like. Let me know down below how you're doing in terms of the fantasy football as well. I want to know that. And I'll just see you in the next video. Tomorrow, the 100 subscriber special is out. Look forward to that. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Ciao.